Hello everybody, and welcome to the Backrooms lighting and ceiling tile survey. I don't know why I was struggling to say ceiling.
Alright. Today is November 14th. It is a Tuesday.
Hopefully this is more than a literal ceiling tile survey.
Yeah. It is incredibly cold. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, I actually have a decent heating system down here. That'd be nice.
I have no clue what he just said.
Die of hypothermia.
I heard that. I think it's a bit of a stretch though, buddy.
Oh, camera?
Put some straps are in the bin right now. Make sure to get the red one, right? Because the green one reads.
10-4.
Won't reach where? You're not tethered in. He's not tethered in. Nobody's tethered in. And I've only seen two people, but you're what I'm going off of. And nobody else is tethered in. I don't like that he didn't speak. He also just kind of appeared, but he also didn't speak. Oh, silly ad. Oh, that's quite a bit moldy. There's a ceiling above it. Or is I not expecting there to be a ceiling above it? Why did subtitles appear all of a sudden? Why did they just cut on automatically? I didn't ask you to appear. Why did you do that?
On top and I'm seeing a bunch on the floor above. There's ventilation as well. You see that? You see the vents?
Yeah, it goes around the back to the right.
Some of it's insulated, I think. I don't know. I'm not,
Yeah, I don't know why wasn't there. Why I wasn't expecting there to be actual ceiling above the drop ceiling. I was expecting there to be just a void.
I think. Huh.
More than one floor, and I use that term loosely. We then attempted to cut power to the nearest fluorescent light fixture, a standard troffer. However, we were unable to isolate the power source, and the conduit remained live, despite the absence of any visible external power supply. The source of electrical current remains unknown at this time. Using an insulated toolkit, we carefully isolated the light fixture from its electrical conduit, extracted the troffer from the ceiling, and transported it back inside.
This really is just a light and ceiling tile survey.
And a 0.5 meter sample of conduit was also taken, with all exposed wiring safely secured afterwards in the ceiling. So the ceiling tile extracted measures 1.27 meters by 1.14 meters, which is certainly not standard.
What is standard?
It's composed primarily of mineral fiber.
What's the standard ceiling tile size?
With mild tegular edges. So after initial analysis, the composition of the tile estimated is around 60% mineral wool, which is fibers of amorphous silicate, usually derived from, I think it's basalt or slag, around 20% expanded perlite, which is primarily of silicon dioxide and aluminium oxide, and the rest is a undefined mixture of silicate material, some starch, latex polymers, and some organic fibers derived from plant materials, recycled cellulose, really. But the light troffer housing is made of galvanized steel coated with a thin layer of zinc. Inside, the fluorescent bulbs are non-standard in proportion, most closely resembling T12 bulbs. So
I feel like somebody's trying to sell me something right now.
With a diameter of 38.1 millimeters. We're extrapolating here at 51, but that bulb and lasers and the rest contain the following components. Phosphor coating, the calcium halophosphate for converting ultraviolet light to visible light, mercury vapor in a small quantity which facilitates the ultraviolet light emission, argon gas, and again, this is all standard for these.
What is this trying to? I know this video has a purpose. I'm trying to figure out what the purpose of this video.
Regulating the current and really starting the bulbs.
Because all of this just sounds normal.
are connected via a
This all just sounds like
base,
normal
which is a
light and
standard
ceiling
2-pin
tile
base with 13 millimeter
material.
spacing
And
for
maybe
electrical
that's
connection.
what's the point.
So
That's what the point of this
wiring
video
connected to the
is.
fixture is PVC insulated copper, which appears standard again.
Is that everything in the
prismatic
Backrooms
diffuser over
currently
bulbs
is just
made
extraordinarily
of polymethyl methacrylate,
normal,
which is again commonly used for
which would
its
be
light
weird,
diffusion properties. I mean,
considering that this is
it's what
just
we
a
have
random
in
space
the
and
building
time.
here, very standard. But we also inspected the ballast, which is of the electromagnetic type. There's some variation in how they're being manufactured now. This one contains a laminated steel core and copper windings designed to operate at 60 hertz. So the ballast emits a prominent 120 hertz hum.
Damn!
This seems to be the case for the majority, if not all, of the lights in the complex that
Got
we've assessed
flashbanged
thus far, mostly just through simple curing. But this is due to magnetostriction and core vibration. But the noise may be exacerbated by loose lamination plates or degradation of the insulating potting material over time. So it's definitely an indication that this has been running for a little bit. I mean, despite its age, the ballast is functional. Its large proportions suggest it was built for a non-standard space, not something you'd find in the majority of offices or most commercial spaces, though that's not something I'm too familiar with, truthfully. Now, we did find...
That's a weird doodle right
so
there.
material compositions all seem expected, or we don't know what to expect here. They seem, everything we've looked at so far, again, this is rudimentary early testing, but everything seems pretty congruent with what you might expect from one of the troffer lights you could pull out of the ceiling in this building right here. So nothing too strange, but that maybe makes things even stranger, because we look at these lights and let me see.
So that's the point.
So
is that it's not
several
weird.
labels were
Nothing about
marked
the lights is
on
weird. That's
various
what makes it
components
weird.
of the troffer. So on the ballast, we found markings for marked it as a universal ballast, Type A, manufactured in 1975 with serial number A75234X. The troffer itself is stamped 3X432. And that was
I'm not bored. I
manufactured
promise
in,
I'm not bored. It's just 2 o'clock in the
1973
morning,
in
and I'm
Reading,
awake for whatever
Pennsylvania.
reason.
And it is UL listed. And the bulbs were manufactured by Sylvania, and they're marked F40SW. That's soft white, with no visible date information. It's left blank, but it is noted as made in the USA. So, I mean, though outdated in design, the fixture appears fully functional. The stable operation of all light fixtures in the subdivision points to a continuous, potentially autonomous power source, which still remains unidentified. We're doing what we can. The materials used are durable with minimal visible wear, suggesting
Where's this buzzing coming from?
Possibly indefinite use.
Why is it getting all loud?
So this concludes the initial findings.
It's getting real loud.
It's necessary to determine the source of power standards.
Well, everyone, that quite literally was just a detailed breakdown and analysis of the lights and ceiling tiles, which should have been expected, but wasn't expected to that degree. I think we were just going to get a literal chemical breakdown of what exactly is made the ceiling tile made out of and what's in the lights and all that. But I think the purpose of the video was, like I was saying, is the fact that everything in the back rooms, the lights, ceiling tiles, everything is normal. And it shouldn't be, because it's in a place that shouldn't exist. So I think it was just, this video was just something that's just kind of pushing the story that he's trying to tell. But I'm just happy that we got another video without having to wait 6 months or a year or whatever allotted amount of time that this guy is working with. But thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all again later.